What should we do when the actions of some people are harmful to others who are not directly involved? Watch for ways of reducing these indirect costs. The Canadian Foundation for Economic Education and the Joint Council on Economic Education present Trade-Offs.
Great drum solo, Eric.
Thanks.
All you guys did a great job.
Thanks a lot.
Here's your 100.
Woo!
And I want you to play here for the next 4 weeks, every Saturday night for $100. How's that sound?
All right. Okay.
See you next week.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, guys, can you get it a little tighter?
Sure thing. Bye-bye. $100.
Hey, we gotta learn more songs.
Yeah, we really do have to practice.
We can practice at my place. It's cool.
Well, what about Jeannie?
What about Jeannie?
It's not fair. It's just not fair.
What happened to my book?
Mother.
I can't find anything around here anymore. I know.
You're not listening to me. I can't have my friends over tonight because of them.
Hi, Jeannie. Look, Jeannie, they've got a job and they need to practice. This is a chance for Jerry to do something constructive. Now look at him. He's happy and he's earning money. You make arrangements for Saturday.
I can't make arrangements for Saturday. Bonnie and Jenna are going out with their parents. Everyone's going to the round robin instead of coming here.
Well, you know you are not going there.
Mother, please.
Nope, I don't want you there. My book.
Laura's already here.
What are we rehearsing today?
Mozart, G minor.
Excellent.
Hi, Mike.
Hi.
Why couldn't he play something nice like the piano?
Listen, I'll call you back, okay? Okay? Stop it! Stop it, will ya? When are you punks wrapping up?
11. 11, maybe.
11? Jerry, you're monopolizing the whole house!
Friday evenings are the only time we can get together.
Well, I live here too, you know, and you've ruined the last 3 Fridays in a row.
You're not the queen bee around here. Why don't you go out? Oh, that's right. No one will date you.
You creep, do you hear me? You're all a creep! Let's go! Music, it's noise pollution.
Okay, you two.
Nobody even comes to visit anymore.
Jeannie, it's your bad
Mother!
Stop it! Stop badgering your sister. You're supposed to be practicing. Somebody get the door.
Yeah, I'll get it.
Jeannie has a legitimate excuse, you know. Do you think I enjoy wearing these every Friday? My chair!
I'll get it.
Hello, Mrs. Gillespie. Come in.
Mrs. Miller, Jerry's music is disrupting our recital. He's got to stop this noise.
Look, Mrs. Gillespie, I'm sorry about the noise. Perhaps they can be more quiet, but all the other boys live in apartments. They have to practice here.
It can't continue. It's been 3 weeks already.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Gillespie, but there's nowhere for us to go.
Can't you practice some other time?
This is the only time that we can get together.
Well, then at least go down into the basement.
The basement's cold and the lighting's awful.
Friday is the only time that our group can get together. Now, either you stop the noise or I'm calling the police.
Now, wait a minute. It's not fair for you to come over here and make demands on Jerry. Granted, the boys can be a little more quiet.
That's right. Nothing's fair. I can't have my friends over. Mrs. Gillespie can't have her recitals. And it's all because of Jerry's band.
Wait a minute. I don't want to be rude or anything, but don't I have rights? What about fairness to me?
Fairness? I'm trapped here. What about fairness to me?
I'm calling the police.
No, don't do that.
Yeah.
We'll try to be more quiet.
You never say you'll be quiet for me. You never be quiet for me. Why are you suddenly being quiet for her? Like I should get in quiet at least sometimes.
It's not fair.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
fair.
And now it's time to meet your host, Mr. March Kenneth.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Oh, you're beautiful. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Well, here we are again on What's the Solution, where each week we try to make somebody happy by solving their problem. And today we have 3 contestants, each of whom share a problem and are going to get a chance to find a solution from right up here on our old What's the Solution game board. So without further ado, let's meet our first contestant, Mr. Jerry Miller. Hi, Jerry. Great to see you. How you doing today? Hey, you ready to play, Jerry? Great. Okay, let's meet our second contestant, Mrs. Edwina Gillespie. Mrs. Edwina, hi. Thank you very much. Hi, how are you doing today? Oh, great. Good. Thank you for coming. Okay, let's meet our third contestant, Mrs. Barbara Miller. Hi, Barbara. Great. Oh, you're not nervous now, are you? No, you're not? Fine. Great. Thank you. Well, here's the problem. Jerry has a rock and roll band, and they just got a steady job and need a place to practice. But they can only practice at Jerry's house because the rest of the boys, well, they live in apartments. And the boys can only get together on Friday evenings for their sessions. Now, here's Jerry's problem. You see, he disturbs his neighbor, Mrs. Gillespie, with her Friday evening chamber music recital. And she can only have her group over on Friday evenings as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, that's only half of it. Because you see, Jeannie Miller, Jerry's sister, well, now she can't have her friends over on Friday night because of all the noise and music.
That's right.
Well, what's a mother to do, right? So we're going to try and settle this right away and go to our first contestant over here, Jerry Miller. Now, Jerry, what do you think from our solution board here would be the best solution for your problem? Would it be user fee, new location, subsidy, prohibition, new time, or do nothing? Well, Jerry.
Do nothing.
Do nothing. Hey, Jerry, tell me, why did you pick do nothing?
Well, I don't think that there's anything anybody should do. I mean, don't I have rights? As a member of the family, I feel I deserve one night a week to practice with my band. I'm sure we'll be getting more gigs later this year. And then maybe the big time. It's a free world. I mean, a boy's home is his castle. I should have one night a week to practice with my band. Friday's the only day we can get together, and my house is the only place. So I feel we should do nothing and help the band succeed.
Great, Jerry. It was a fine solution. But that was Jerry's solution. Now it's Mrs. Edwina Gillespie's turn. Mrs. Gillespie, what do you think would be the best solution to this problem?
Oh, I see Jerry's point. But we can't have all that noise in the neighborhood. Therefore, I choose prohibition. We have been playing chamber music at my house every Friday for years. Why, long before the Millers even thought of moving in. And we've never disturbed anyone. Jerry's rock music is very disturbing. It has completely disrupted our recitals. Something like this will lower the property value. It will... Our nice little neighborhood could become a slum or something worse. Furthermore, if the noise continues, I will have no choice but to call the police.
Thank you, Mrs. Gillespie. A very interesting solution to that problem, huh? Well, our last contestant here is Mrs. Barbara Miller. Well, Barbara, you've had some time to think this over, and what do you think would be the best solution to this problem?
Well, new time isn't going to work, but I think new location might if... You see, Mr. Dennis, my solution has two thoughts. Now, first of all, I chose user fee because I think the boys should charge more to the club owners like Mr. Slattery. You see, I know that they're probably going to have to find a new location to practice in, and that's going to cost money. But if they charge more to the club owners, then the club owners can easily get their money back by charging more to the customers. Now we come to new location. It needs to be rewired and soundproofed, but it's perfect. Our basement. Jeannie can have her friends over, Mrs. Gillespie's group can practice without being disturbed, and the boys can practice anytime they want to. Now look at it like this. I think that people should be willing to pay the full cost for hearing good music. I mean, why should Jerry and his band suffer just so people can hear music cheaply? Besides, I think Jerry and the band are very good, and I think they should charge more.
Well, thank you very much, Barbara. Interesting solutions, all of them, don't you agree? But we'll be right back with the correct solution after this special message.
When Mr. Slattery hired Jerry's band, the band was happy, and the customers were happy, but others who had nothing to do with Mr. Slattery were unhappy when the band practiced. This is a problem. What are some alternatives for solving this problem? Should Jerry's band be made to stop practicing? This is the prohibition alternative. Should the band move their practicing to a new location? If so, who should pay for this move? Should Mr. Slattery's customers who want to hear the band pay? This is a user fee alternative. Should Mrs. Gillespie and her friends who do not want to hear the band pay? This is a subsidy alternative. Or should nothing be done? Are there other alternatives? The alternative that you choose depends on your criteria, the things that are most important to you. What are some criteria that might be used to evaluate these alternatives? Jerry's freedom, peace and quiet. Who benefits? If you think that Jerry's freedom is the most important criterion, you would choose the do-nothing alternative. If you think that peace and quiet is the most important criterion, you would choose prohibition or one of the new location alternatives. If you think that those who benefit from the band's practice should pay for the new location, you would choose the user fee alternative. If you think that those who benefit from the peace and quiet should pay for the new location, you would choose the subsidy alternative. Which alternative would you choose?
So anyway, the guy walks into the bar.
Hey, we're on.
What?
We're on.
We're on. We're on. That's right. We're on. We're on. What's the solution? Hi. Thank you very much. Thank you. Welcome back. We're back to find out which solution that we're going to find that's going to help everyone here. And if you remember, Jerry over here, he picked do nothing for his solution. And Mrs. Edwina Gillespie, well, she picked prohibition. And good old Barbara Miller. Well, good old Barbara, she picked two solutions, one of those being new location and the other one user fee. But right now what we're going to do is we're going to find out which solution here on What's Your Solution that is going to be agreeable to everybody and play that last and final round right
me,
here.
Mr. Dennis, I don't want to cause any trouble, but user fee and new location has just got to go.
Well, the rule
But,
is...
Mother, no one will pay the cost.
New location is perfect. Let the customer pay, not us. Charge a user fee.
No! If you want us to fix up our basement, help us pay for it. Give us a, well, what do you call it, a subsidy.
Why should I pay to fix up your basement just to keep your band quiet? Young man, you fix up your own basement.
Now, just wait a minute. I want user fee.
Mother!
But, Jerry, it's the only
Please, please be careful. Don't do that. No, it's wrong. I don't know. What is the best solution?
The content of trade-offs was developed entirely with funds from a consortium of 46 state and provincial education agencies. Other funds for trade-offs were provided by these foundations and corporations. This program was produced by EFC, Educational Film Center, Northern Virginia Educational Telecommunications Association. Animated segments produced by Goldschall and Associates. Under the supervision of AIT, the Agency for Instructional Television.